Hello everyone, it's Tarot Q&A Tuesday. I'm back. Welcome to Tarot Q&A. Here we are with some pre-prepared questions as well as offerings to you to put your question into the chat. Put it in the chat right now and I will ask your question on behalf of you to the tarot. Welcome, Joe. Cool to have you here. And Paula. Jessica, yay. Richard, I've got your question as well. Now, fumbling with the cards a bit, but let's just get in the zone. For those who have not joined before, we simply answer questions that people have sent in, including a collective consciousness reading, which means that if you're not going to ask a question, there will be a message for you in this live today. Anywho, I'm Fiona McLeod from Oracle Encore, tarot reader and alternative therapist. Let's begin with Jessica's card. We have loads of love questions today. Interesting that we have familiar topics that are all aligning with each other at this time. And you know what's been happening lately? We have had a Mercury retrograde for the last 2 months or something ridiculous, which means that communication and technology has been crazy and relationships are all haywire. So if you've been wondering why you're a bit more out of sorts than usual, that can be part of the reason. And thank goodness it's ending in a couple of days' time, just as we launch into a new moon, which will be the perfect time to set your new intentions, goals for what you want in your life from this point on, rather than the kerfuffle of what you may have been experiencing. Okay, Jessica has been wondering if there's love on the horizon. She asks if the guy she's been chatting with online, who she's about to go on a first date with, is a potential relationship. Even though she's going overseas soon, she cannot help but be curious about having a little bit of a good time in the meantime. So let me just get into Jessica. It's appropriate to read for Jessica. We need one. Whoa, that's just easily popped out of my hand there. Is there potential with this guy from the... Yes, and it is all about divine timing. We've got the Temperance card, which means that we do need to be patient at times and also be willing to have one foot in the reality of what's going on, but remember to listen to your intuition when it comes to the next stage of the process. Don't get too caught up in what you want in your head. Allow yourself to feel into what's happening and don't accept anything other than treatment of a high-value woman, because you are a high-value woman and you deserve to have an amazing relationship. And even if it's a short one, it is worth reminding yourself that there's no point in being in a relationship unless it's a two-side of mutual give and take. So he has potential. Do we need any more information? I don't think we're going to be privy to that, because otherwise you'll go in with too much headspace and not enough flow from your heart. So we'll just whip into Natalie's question, because her question is in fact exactly the same as Jessica's. So I've been talking to a guy on Tinder. We plan to meet. Is he a potential long-term partner? Well, Natalie, crazy timing that you guys asked pretty much the exact same question. Hopefully love is in the air. I just saw the King of Cups actually as I was shuffling just now. Natalie. Okay. It's actually, I keep getting, is it base now? Okay. We will just talk into this. Look, we will see the card for you guys. Oh, this one looks like an opportunity that, is it going to be something that you start off slowly, enjoy, but keep building step by step? It feels like a real growth opportunity rather than diving in, falling in love, and then wondering where to go. This particular relationship feels like it may be a friendship, it may be a work relationship, or it could be a love relationship. Whatever the relationship is, it's like walking up a ladder. Every time that you have connection, or if it was a relationship, it would be each year you grow together and keep expanding whilst enjoying the process. So it is, in fact, a beautiful way of doing a relationship. And it's really crazy because I literally just put a post onto Instagram that said something along the lines of, I'm not going to fall in love anymore, because every time you fall down, you get hurt. I'm going to grow in love, because that way it would always be expanding and creating more beautifulness. It wasn't the exact words, but that's the general gist of it. So that's pretty cool, right? Now I'm going to answer Richard's question, because he popped one into the YouTube chat. And then I'm going to go into the collective consciousness reading. So for all those waiting, only one more question and you get your message. So hold fire, everyone. Richard, hi Fiona. Are the next 3 months going to be to my liking, or more of what has gone previously? Thanks, kiss, kiss. Well, Richard, I can't help put my own gut instinct that's calling out right now. And that is a reminder to everybody. I'm going to tell you all how to suck eggs here. We create a large proportion of our reality based on our focus point, right? But before I put my pennyworth in there, although it was instinctive, Richard, we're just going to get a vibe for the upcoming 3 months. This will give us a clue on whether you're going to shift your focus and your vibration. I've complicated the question here. I've got a potential for you to be offering your love to somebody, actually, with the beautiful Knight of Cups. Now, will you be offering your love, or are we taking this as a yes card? We're going to give you an extra card to really outline the vibe. Because if I said yes, it's going to be the same as the last 3 months, that's a complex answer. Yes, it's going to be bad, or yes, it's going to be good. So let's clarify that for you. It's going to be good. Is it going to be is it going to be a much improved 3 months? Just a card for Richard. The potential is absolutely there. The advice is to have some contemplation time and work out what the missing piece of the puzzle is in your life right now. Well, I feel that missing piece is your focus point. Remember, you are energy, you are a vibration. You attract what you believe to be true. You attract what you believe. That is a vibration. Our thoughts and our beliefs are vibrations. Like attracts like. Therefore, Richie Rich, you know this through and through, that whilst we can have challenges, we're always going to have challenges. We're always going to have challenges. So if the next 3 months has challenges, you can use those challenges as simple experiences or projects, as I like to call problems, and in fact, shift your perspective to see the gift. Sometimes our problems and our challenges are so hard that we just think, okay, I know everything that happens for a reason, but this one is not the case. Rest assured, there is always a reason. If it's really tough for you at this time, please remember something needs to shift, something needs to change. And unfortunately and fortunately, all at once, it's only you, and I'm talking to everyone, including myself and Richard here, that can make that shift. In fact, if I'm to be really honest, I had to give myself a slap on the ass yesterday just to refocus so that I could actually remind myself that only I can up-level my business, my life, my health, my everything. We have to make new choices if we want change in our lives. I know that sounds so basic, but however, are people doing it? Not enough of the time. This is the fact, right? All right, let's whiz along to the collective reading. We're going to zoom into what we most need to hear right now as a collective group. So how many cards? 2 cards. I'm going to get 2 cards from here. Now we will pull out of this 1, 2. This is Speed Tarot for all those who are new to this. And if you're wondering why my eyes are darting everywhere, I'm on 3 cameras. We've got Instagram, we've got YouTube, and we've got a backup plan. Because last time YouTube was crap reception. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me clearly on YouTube. Okay, are these the collective consciousness cards for us today? Do we need to change anything? No, this is good. Let's see what they are. Oh, Temperance and woohoo, perfect. What we have here is 2 very sensible ways of doing life. This is a reminder to be patient and to roll with the ebb and flow of life, because of course, this is just exactly what I just said for a different reason. So the Temperance card is a reflection of divine timing, as we mentioned with Jessica's reading. This is really allowing ourselves to trust the process. And what that means is to have some stillness in the moment, to use your instinct to make the right decision and allow it to unfold rather than forcing it and pushing it. Now, along the path of the game of life, see this dude here, he's juggling money actually. And in this case, of course, money is one of the big upheavals or the big stresses of life. And if we can learn to roll with the punches of money coming in and out of our life, then we are going to be happier and be in a better space to attract opportunities and circumstances that can in fact offer us better financial situations. So people don't always understand the power of that, because if we get stressed about money, we're not happy, and we're also blocking the flow of abundance that is innately yours just because you're a spiritual being, your energy, having a human experience. If we are, oh, well, you know, them's the breaks, so you win some, you lose some, I know that it's better around the corner, or, you know, if you keep a positive outlook instead of looking at everything negatively, then you stay open to more opportunities. You're more likely to meet a person who could offer you a new work contract or a new job or gift you some money or just be in the right place to get a good deal on something. These are the things that if we are in a good vibration, we naturally attract into our life. Yeah. So the messages really start to come into a conscious way of living. I just did some videos for YouTube on that literally a couple of days ago. So jump onto the channel Oracle Encore if you haven't already lately and catch up on those. They're really quick 2-minute videos on how to live consciously and why you would bother. What does it mean to live consciously? Well, check out those 3-minute videos and you'll find out. Because Shelley is who I'm going to pull a card for next. She says it's been a tough couple of weeks, so she'd just love a card to give her some guidance. That would be amazing. Thanks so much, Shelley. Okay, Shelley. Well, a lot of that advice that we've just said to everyone else, whilst it seems incredibly logical, we are very much wound up in our own stories and stresses in life, and therefore we often don't use our common sense. My goodness, this is like a big lecture to everyone today, isn't it? But it's true, right? Sometimes we all make silly decisions because of our personal circumstances and viewpoints. And on that note, Shelley, your card is the Death card, which is a wonderful card to get, as much as it might freak some people out at first. The Death card is all about new beginnings. It's the end of something and the start of something fresh. It's also about coming into your authenticity. So it's really giving yourself a fresh start, like really going, right, I'm actually going to end this way of doing my life and start fresh. I'm literally going to make a conscious choice to choose the life I want and decide to do things differently. And that in itself is super powerful because you basically change the vibration, you change the dimension that you're experiencing in this reality, and you can move it into something more exciting, more joyful, more of what your soul sings out for. That just made me want to share something with you. When I say you can shift into a new dimension, allow me to share an example of what that means. You know, if you're hanging out with, say, your partner, and you're having a great time, you're loving each other, it's all really fun, and maybe you're just doing something silly, and then suddenly someone says something and you end up in this little kerfuffle, and it's a bit of a fight, a little bit of an argument, a bit of a misunderstanding, and you notice how you go from loved up into low vibe emotions, just like that. We can change energy, and we do it without being conscious, yet we can do it by being more conscious. And that is a choice. So any point in time, that made up couple, say, Sarah and Timothy, they can stop and one of them can say, hey, babe, let's kiss and make up. And immediately they shift the energy from low vibe emotion into love. And that is how we can simply shift our perspective in life and change our reality as well. That's a simple example, but you can do it on a grand scale. Hello, Stacey. Hello, Lisa. Long time. Christy, good to have you here. And I can't see any of the others at this point. So we will go into Linda M. Linda M. I say that because we have lots of Lindas following at times. Linda M. Will I have a new job soon? Well, it's a simple yes or no answer, isn't a question answer. So we'll just go with the yes or no at this point and then see if we get any inspiration as that flows through. Okay. Linda. Right. She's going to get a new job soon. Oh, in fact, all your wishes will be coming true. That's actually the wishes come true card, in which case we would say that'd be a pretty strong yes. Yeah, we like the sound of that. So my inkling would say, not only will you get a new job, it could be something that you particularly love that's actually very aligned with your emotional fulfillment so that you'll actually really enjoy it. So it's pretty good, isn't it? Pretty good, pretty easy. All right, good luck and let us know what happens. We think, I don't know, I'm getting a 6-week time frame. What do you have in mind? Punch it in the chat, Linda. It'd be good to find out your plan. Okay, Lisa B. Is there a future for the guy overseas, as in a relationship future? A guy overseas. All right, Lisa B. Lisa B. We're just going to do the same as what we did with Linda, a quick yes or no, because we've got quite a few questions to get through today. And let's look into it. Is there any love, romance for Lisa B for this relationship? I'm just getting not in the short term, because I think it sort of feels like he's actually been to war, been to battle with life and whatnot. And I don't think he's looking for a new relationship would be my answer. So that's right here, right now. That's where he's at. So based on the current energy, it's not looking fabulous. However, if he chooses to move through his current situation, then of course that changes the energy for both of you. All right. Has anybody got any questions on the Instagram that I've missed? Because let me know. And we will whip into Nikki O. Nikki O. Will I meet a romantic partner before the end of this year? What steps do I need to take to be open to receive him? And when is the time right? Is the time right? When is the time right? I love the way. The reason I say that is because really all of what we desire is available to us now. We only block the flow of abundance, love, better life through our beliefs and our energy. So therefore, if we do have some limiting beliefs around love or money or health or success or whatever it is that you desire, then that will block your ability to receive. One thing that's very misunderstood is what's meant for you won't go past you. That's an old proverb. Is that what you'd call it, a proverb? And what's meant for you won't go past you. And it is 100% true. However, there's an aspect that's not always well explained, and that is that whilst it's going to be presented to you, like ask and you shall receive, if you're not ready to receive it, you can miss the moment. I know that might sound a little bit, that's the last thing you want to hear. That's why it's so important for us to be on an active, spiritually evolving path. So we're ready when it's ready for us. We need to be ready. So we got to get ready to be ready. We got to get ready to be ready. Are you ready? This is another big question. It's not when am I going to get something I want in my life. Ask yourself this. Am I ready? Am I ready to be a conscious multimillionaire? Am I ready to fall in love with the man that I'm going to spend the rest of my days with, or the woman who is everything I've dreamed of? Are you ready? Are you ready for that? Now, there's two aspects of that, because are you ready? Like, does any fear come up in you when you ask yourself that? And are you practically ready? Like, could you sort your life out more so that one of those things could actually be part of your reality? Or are you hoping for a miracle just to happen overnight when you wake up? Because we do have to co-create with the universe. So I often ask people this, and I say, are you ready to see a ghost? Like, that's going to be pretty scary for the average person, but some people might be like super pumped for such an experience. But are you ready for some level of experience that you desire, that's on your wish list? Because I tell you what, you'll be surprised at how your instinct tells you that you're not, or maybe you are. So let's see. We were going to finally answer Nikki's question here. Let's just go with is it based on the current energy, are you likely to meet a partner in the next 6 months? And we have a yes. We have a yes. Is there anything you need to do in order for this to come about in a more easy flowing fashion? Is there anything you need to do? No, not really at all. But ask yourself that question. Are you ready? Are you ready? And we are going to whiz to Tiffany's question. Now, this is an interesting question. Would it be correct action? I'll explain her situation rather than read the question. She is coming into the time of life where baby making may be off the table. So what do you call that? The biological clock ticking. Wondering if she ought to have a baby with a friend who is up for it, so they can share the responsibilities and the obvious factors that needed to have a child. So let's say, is it correct action? I mean, is it going to be harmonious? Would it say, is it correct action? And is there any extra information that you could be shared with today? Oh, okay, we get the Judgment card, which is very much about letting go of the past and forgiving. I just want to get more clarity on that, because it feels like, okay. Letting go of sometimes it's about letting go of the pretty picture that we've created and allowing what could be in the cards for us instead. This is not giving us a clear answer. It is because, it's because it's going against natural flow. I'm a bit just hesitant to not sound judgy after the judgmental card. It's a free will choice. It's a free will choice. And it's just not coming in overly strong at this time, because what that can be doing is going against it's putting our humanness and our force rather than going with the flow of what the universe is creating with you. Something more and bigger, not in the way you might expect, could be taking its place. I'm sort of even feeling that it might be a man who has children already. So anyway, just sit with that. Excuse my hesitancy. All right, everyone. This is, I must admit, I'm feeling a little rusty after being off the lives for a couple of months. Really is something that you get used to doing every week. I've missed it, though. It was nice to hear all your responses saying that you've missed tarot and you were so excited to hear it was coming back on. So I wonder if Joe's still there. I'm going to pull Joe a card before she leaves the Instagram, just for a bit of inspiration for the day. And the card I'm getting here is one that comes up almost every reading. It's pretty funny, really, but it's so us as humans. This woman feels trapped. She feels stuck. She feels like she can't do anything about her situation. However, it's not true. In fact, the opposite is true. She's not trapped. She's only trapped by her thinking. And that's the swords. They represent thoughts, words, ideas. And she's got trapped with these bandages on. They're actually really loose bandages. And if you look closely, her feet are actually free to run through the water that's in front of her. And in this case, that water reflects her intuition. Now, also interesting, this is a number 8. And the 8 is also about personal power and inner strength. This means that if we can get out of our head, we can actually embrace more of our true power that comes from our heart's knowings. Our heart is the messenger from our soul to our head. And if we listen to our heart, we will, in fact, have better outcomes for the choices we make. Pretty good, right? Now, while I'm still got you here, I will let you know that the Tarot for Transformation workshop is coming up real soon. It's only a small group. We've only got 4 one-hour classes on Zoom. It's a little cheap class that you can attend to start to learn the basics of tarot to read for your family and friends, as well as how you can use the tarot for your personal evolution. So how you can be more spiritually evolved, how you can be a more evolved person, how you can grow up, you could say, how you can just be the best you. And we just follow the advice of the tarot because there is a beautiful journey that it takes you on in order to have some self-realization whereby it's more easy to live your best life naturally. Pretty awesome, eh? So if you want to know more about that, just email me. You've got the contacts in the blurb below, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Unless there's any questions I've missed, let me double check. Michelle, whoa, just about forgot Michelle. Woo, she wouldn't have been pleased about that. Michelle wants a random card. She wants a welcome back to Tarot Tuesday random card. So we will just do exactly that. Is this the card for Michelle? Michelle? Okay, cool, Michelle. This is really interesting because I do wonder if you're going to be moving overseas. And this doesn't always depict that. However, based on what's been happening in your life, it feels like this is the time to either literally move so that you can live a life of more tranquility, or, as we know, the swords are about words, and it would mean changing our thinking so that we have more peace and tranquility in our life in general. Does anyone hear that naughty dog outside? She is driving me mad. She does have to do this almost every tarot reading. The rest of the time, she's sitting there half asleep. So, Michelle, consider both thoughts and location. What will bring you more peace? How can I shift so that there's more give and take in my life? And yeah, really aim to drop out of the head into the heart and really ask the questions that you want to know, because you will be receiving answers. But I mean, if you don't have clear questions, you won't understand what the answers mean when the universe puts them right in front of you. I suggest creating a journal that is especially for all the questions you want answers to. It could be anything from what is life about right through to should I go to the party on the weekend? You know, like if you write the question down, you give yourself an opportunity to feel into your body for the answer. And on that note, guys, I'm going to see you later because this dog barking in the background is... So, ciao for now. Talk soon. Bye. How do I get out of here, guys? I'm going to end it. End.